is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Planning for your future, because your future begins now. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Smethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come visit Telegraph Road's newest Dodge and Ram truck dealer, serving Detroit. Thanks for coming back to State Champs. We are presented and located on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. I'm Lauren Plant, and we have a jam-packed show this week featuring all 16 football state semifinal matchups and 2 A-player state championship games from the UP. It's another football feast.
That's right. I'm Kiara Hay, and we know that girls volleyball and girls swimming state championships were also this weekend. We just ask that you exercise a little bit of patience. We are currently going through all of the footage we filmed both in Battle Creek and the various swim sites around the state. We are producing 2 special in-depth state championship shows for both sports. We premiere them both on Wednesday, so follow State Champs Network on social media, and you'll know precisely when they're ready to watch.
You know I have no patience. So much finals coverage of both of those championships. You will love them. Right now, football state semifinals. Who made it to Ford Field? Roll it.
I'm Sean Belegian, and our semifinal highlights are brought to you by Lawrence Tech Athletics. We begin with the battle of the unbeatens in Division I as the Belleville Tigers are taking on Chippewa Valley Big Reds. This game played at Troy Athens. Chip Valley in the semis for the first time in 15 years. First quarter action as the Big Reds are up 7-3. Tommy Schuster drops back, throws a perfect strike to David Ellis in stride, in for a 38-yard touchdown. Chip Valley up 14-3. Belleville in its first ever semifinal appearance will answer. Sophomore quarterback Christian Dewey Reed completes it to junior receiver Daryl Johnson, who goes 40 yards in for the score. The Tigers close the gap to 14-10. Chip Valley comes back with under 2 minutes left in the first half. Schuster with a little shovel pass to David Ellis, who cuts it back against the grain and takes it 33 yards to the house to give the Big Reds a 21-10 lead at the half. Under 2 minutes left in the game now. Andre Chenault hits pay dirt after getting the tough yards early in the game, and he gets it in from 11 yards out as the Big Reds head back to the state finals for the first time since 2001, taking out Belleville 28-16.
LP here as we go to Novi for a D6 semi. The 2-time defending state champs, unbeaten Jackson Lumen Christi, taking on 10-2 Montrose, deepest playoff run since 2013. Rams beat Flint Hamady in the regional. First quarter, hole opens up for the senior running back Devontae Bedford. He has reservations for 6. 90-yard touchdown, first time this season Lumen Christi has trailed. But the Titans, fresh off a battering of Blissfield, countered ensuing possession. Senior Joe Barrett pitches to fellow senior Nick Thomas, who will walk in. They went for 2 and got it, 8-7 Lumen Christi. Still first quarter, Rams answered. Sophomore quarterback Bobby Skinner, nice delivery to Bedford, who will do the rest. Montrose now a 14-8 advantage. But the Titans scored 3 unanswered in the second quarter to take a 28-14 lead in the halftime. First play of this drive, Thomas the halfback option, and he'll use it. Kari Willis' brother, Bobby Willis, behind the defense, 55 yards to the house. Second half, all Titans. This capped a 10-play, 84-yard drive in the third. The 6'4", 240-pound tight end Dayton Keller, 33 yards to the crib. He'd punch in one more for good measure, and Jackson Lumen Christi making their third straight trip to Ford Field. The Titans beat Montrose 42-20. You'll find out who they will face later in the show.
Come on, let's hear it for the Titans. Give a cheer, let the whole world hear. When the green and gold, fighting bulls and Titans, fight, fight, fight. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm
I'm Alex Sims. There was nothing but love for Portland's football team at Howell High School for its Division V semifinal against Marine City. The Red Raiders up 1 early in the first quarter. Portland's QB Owen Russell calls his own number and busts his way into the end zone to make it 13-6 Portland. Now watch this. Russell with the handoff to Owen Golford, who dodges not one, not two, but three defenders and dives right into the end zone to extend Portland's lead. Portland wins 35-14 and is the first undefeated team in program history to head to the state championship at Ford Field. Undefeated DeWitt kicking off against powerhouse Detroit Martin Luther King in Division III. MLK ending its first possession on 4th down. Quarterback Daquan Finn fires to Ahmed Gardner. He's in the end zone and it's 7-0 Crusaders. DeWitt came back on the next drive and returned the punch. A gutsy run by Tyler Warren, breaking a tackle at the 10-yard line and surging into the end zone to tie the game, but Martin Luther King pulled away to win it 34-21. Williamston facing Chelsea in the Division IV semifinal at Walled Lake Northern. Chelsea opening the scoring when Aaron McDaniels takes the rock and rumbles in. Bulldogs up by 7. Williamston answers as Austin Stifler finds Kerry Haney in the end zone, knotting it up at 7. Bulldogs looking to take control when Quinn Starkey throws it into double coverage, but Nick Christian makes the grab for the touchdown as Chelsea brings Williamston's great playoff run to an end with a 38-13 win.
Today we'd like to tell you about the MHSA Scholar Athlete Award presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. For nearly 30 years, the Scholar Athlete Award has honored some of the state's top student athletes with $1,000 college scholarships. And over that time, Farm Bureau Insurance has presented over $700,000 in scholarships. To qualify, one must be a senior graduating this year from an MHSA member school and have won at least one varsity letter in an MHSA tournament sport. Applicants must also be carrying a 3.5 grade point average in the classroom. Entries are judged on a sportsmanship essay, involvement in extracurricular activities, some short answer questions, and letters of recommendation. Students must submit their applications by November 30th, and all scholarship recipients are honored in March at the MHSAA Boys Basketball Finals. If you want to learn more about the Scholar Athlete Award, visit the MHSAA website.
We want to once again let our volleyball and swimming fans know that we will have full highlights along with tons of interviews and analysts in 2 special state championship editions of State Champs at the state finals uploaded directly to our website, Facebook, and YouTube channel on Wednesday, November 21st. If you don't follow State Champs Network on social media, take a moment to do it now. It's the most comprehensive state finals coverage we've ever done on either sport, so get ready to share it with the volleyball and swimming fans in your life. We have more coverage of the football state semis, and the recruit report is coming up next on State Champs.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
You ready, Darius?
Let's do it. Anybody want an autograph?
Autograph? We're here for the stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza? Hey, who do you think you are? End of the line, pal.
Flavor fanatics love stuffing their faces with our stuffed flavored crust. Get one for only $2 more on any large original round pizza.
Hungry?
Howie's! I'm Sean Belegian, back to our semifinal highlights presented by Lawrence Tech Athletics. We go to Division II at Hazel Park as the defending state champs, Warren De La Salle, take on the Falcons from Birmingham Groves. We pick things up late in the first half. De La Salle senior quarterback Nolan Schultz sneaks it in from a yard out, pilots up 7-0 as we head into the half. More from De La Salle in the second half. It's the senior, Evan Valancourt, scoring from 4 yards out. Heading into the fourth, the Pilots are on top, 13-0. And they would add 2 more scores in the final stanza. It's Valancourt punching it in from a couple yards out for his second touchdown on the game, as Warren De La Salle heads back to Ford Field for the second year in a row, 28-0 the final.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Season part 2 coming. Let's go! Let's go!
I'm Jason Hutton in Division 2. Mona Shores taking on Midland at Grand Ledge High School. And this was all about Caden Broersma and James Gilbert. This senior receiver stepping up when his team needed him most, down 14-7. This touchdown catch ties it at 14. Then just before the half, it's Broersma to Gilbert again on the short pass, and the senior does the rest. 21-14, Sailors at the break, and these two do it one more time in the third quarter. Gilbert with the catch and run. He is gone. Mona Shores going back to Ford Field for the first time since 2014 with the 49-28 win over Midland. Muskegon looking to give the OK Black 2 teams at Ford Field, but the league champs had their hands full today at Grand Haven with OK Green Tramp Zeeland East. The Chicks were down 14-0, but back they come. Gabe Taylor to Colin Aronson, 22 yards. This game tied at 14. But the Big Reds had an immediate answer. They give to Jeremiah Lockhart up the middle and gone. 63 yards for the score. Big Reds take a 21-14 lead. Move ahead to the third quarter. Now it's 31-14 Muskegon. And a week after Cameron Martinez picked up an offer from the University of Michigan, he takes this in for 5 yards, his third rushing touchdown of the game. Muskegon wins 45-22. The Big Reds headed to Ford Field for the 6th time in the last 7 years. In Division 4, rematch of last year's state championship game, Grand Rapids Catholic Central and Edwardsburg at Vicksburg. Cougars trailed by 24 at one point in this game, but when Joe Collins hits Nate Trudeau and the Cougars get the 2-point conversion with just 24 seconds to go, this game goes to overtime, tied at 38. In the extra session, Chase Sager for the Eddies is in, and the 2-point conversion gave Edwardsburg a 46-38 lead. Catholic Central comes back. They hand off. Malachi Love up the middle and into the end zone. Now the Cougars need a 2-point conversion to extend the game. On the 2-point conversion, they go to Wildcat and freshman Joey Silveri, but the Eddies defense makes the stop, and Edwardsburg going back to Ford Field with a thrilling 46-44 win in overtime. In Division 5, Unity Christian in the semifinals for the second time in 3 years, but looking for their first ever trip to Ford Field, taking on Saginaw Swan Valley. Second quarter, 4th and 6, and the Satyrs go to the air. Isaac Tesla to TJ Vancouvering for the touchdown. It was 7-0. 7-7 on the last play of the second quarter, and Tesla's in on the quarterback sneak. It's 14-7 Unity Christian at the half. But the Satyr defense huge all game here. Malachi Obande, the sophomore with the pick. Unity Christian headed to Detroit for Thanksgiving weekend in the 14-7 win over Saginaw Swan Valley. In Division 6, Montague meeting unbeaten Traverse City St. Francis at Mount Pleasant High School. This game scoreless until the Gladiators hand to George Mackey, and he fights his way in for the short touchdown run. St. Francis led this game 7-0 at the half. Third quarter, the Wildcats get on the board. They hand it to senior Bryce Stark, who had a huge game in the regional final win over Schoolcraft. This short touchdown run makes it 7-6 after Montague missed the extra point. Still 7-6 in the fourth quarter. Wildcats knocking on the door, and they go to former quarterback Sebastian Archer, now playing running back due to a shoulder injury, and he scores the game-winning touchdown. Montague headed to Ford Field with a 14-7 win. In Division 8, 8-4 Holton taking on 12-0 Reading at Harper Creek High School. The Rangers hand to Hunter Midgard, and the slot back takes it into the end zone to give Reading an 8-0 lead. More from the Rangers. Elijah Strine with the short touchdown run. Reading beats Holton 38-0. The Rangers are going to the Division 8 state championship game.
I'm Gabe O'Neill. We go to the Division 7 out in Jackson. Madison Heights Madison in its second straight semifinal taking on Cassopolis. We pick things up in the first half. Cassopolis trailing 14-7. Senior quarterback Dylan Green works his way in for the 10-yard touchdown, and that tied the game up at 14. More from the Rangers. Green would connect with Tyrese Hunt Thompson, and the senior goes in for the 45-yard touchdown. Cassopolis now up 21-14. But back comes Madison. The Mr. Football candidate Austin Brown would score on the 4-yard touchdown. Eagles went into halftime leading 22-21. It would be Madison that would prevail in this one. It's Brown once again on the touchdown run as Madison hangs on to win 37-34 the final. They make it back to the state finals for the first time since 2006.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report presented by Michigan Student Aid. It was a massive week for Oak Park junior Malik Carr, a 6'6", 215-pound wide receiver who averaged nearly 40 yards a catch this season. He released his junior season tape and was immediately offered a scholarship by Penn State, followed by Michigan, Indiana, and Notre Dame, who he visited on Saturday. He also has offers from Ohio State, and Missouri has offered him in both football and basketball. A couple of the state's top seniors have added new offers. Josh McCarty, running back from Orchard Lake St. Mary's, was offered by Valparaiso. Another top running back is Sincere Dent from Mona Shores. He was offered scholarships by both Wayne State and Saginaw Valley State. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, presented by Michigan Student Aid, I'm Alan True.
Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MI Student Aid for more information.
The boys water polo state finals took place a week ago, and all of us at State Champs want to send a big shout out to the new state champs, Okemos. The Chiefs won an exciting quadruple overtime thriller over Hudsonville by a score of 11-10. This is the first boys water polo state championship in school history, so again, congratulations. State Champs will be right back.
Bring your A game and get discovered at the 2018 College Recruiting Showcase Thursday, December 6th. Over 100 college football coaches from D2, D3, NAIA, and JUCO programs hunting for talent. This showcase includes college coaches meet and greets, educational and recruiting seminars, and on-field evaluations. Tuition just $65. Registration deadline December 4th. So register now at legacyfootballorg.com to reserve your spot and a chance to play at the next level.
You've worked hard to raise your family and build a happy life for them. Don't let unforeseen circumstances jeopardize everything you've built. Planning for Your Future is a law firm that makes it easy and affordable to protect your family with estate planning, wills, trusts, deeds, power of attorney, minor, and elder care. The experts at Planning for Your Future will meet with you, prepare your documents, and make sure you understand what each does. So contact Planning for Your Future today to set up your free phone consultation, because your future begins now.
The importance of higher education in my family was the main goal for us. Our goal was to graduate from college debt-free, and thanks to the programs at My Student Aid, we were able to do that.
I didn't know how much we were supposed to be saving for college. Nobody was putting that money aside for me from birth or kindergarten on.
Sometimes we'll see students 2, 3, sometimes even 4 years out of high school that call in, and we can happily say, yes, you're still eligible for this program.
It's tough to improve on an original, and SNEFCamp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Lease the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for only $69 a month for 24 months, or an all-wheel drive Dodge Journey GT, just $42 a month during the Black Friday sales event at SNEFCamp on Telegraph in Redford.
SNEFCamp, Metro Detroit's original. SNEFCamp, SNEFCamp.
I'm Kevin Trozinski in Division 8, unbeaten Breckenridge taking on Harbor Beach. The Huskies took no time to get on the board. Hunter Collins bounces it out and rumbles 22 yards to pay dirt. The Huskies take a 6-0 lead. That score would hold on into the third. Then Carter Stolly punches it in on the QB sneak. The Huskies up 12-0, and that's all they would need. Breckenridge is headed to its first state championship in school history thanks to its 9th shutout of the season. On to Division 7 from MHSAA TV. New Lothrop taking on unbeaten Lake City. The Hornets stung the Trojans early and often. Aiden Harrison hits a massive hole up the middle, and he's gone. 44 yards untouched, and New Lothrop takes a 30-7 lead. Lake City, though, answers back right before the half. Ben Marion reins it in for the touchdown as time expires in the second. The Trojans would score again right out of the break to cut the Hornets' lead to 8. But Lake City had no answer for Harrison. He cuts back and beats the defender to the pylon. New Lothrop is headed to Ford Field for the first time since 2006, beating Lake City 51-22.
I'm Rachel Zerbe with the 8-player state finals at Northern Michigan. Starting with Division I, Pickford and Morris. Early in the first quarter, Pickford strikes first. Stephen Lamoth runs it in from 14 yards out. 2-point conversion is good. Panthers up 8-0, but less than 2 minutes later, the Orioles will answer. 4th and 2 and then some. Hunter Nowak keeps it and turns it into a 45-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion is good, and the Orioles tie it up at 8. Morris with a 14-point lead at halftime to the third. Nowak keeps it himself again and finds the end zone for the third time. The Orioles scored 30 unanswered points to take a 22-point lead, and they never looked back. Morris is Division I champs with a 44-16 win over Pickford. In Division II, Rapid River and Onekma playing for the title. Picking up in the second, Rockets leading 8-6. Quarterback Brent Lundquist connects with Nate Olson for the 14-yard touchdown reception. 2-point conversion is good, and the Rockets extend their lead to 10 points. Rockets with the lead at the half, and they added another score, so it's now 22-6 early in the fourth. The Portagers not going away yet, though. Ben Acton takes the handoff and finds the end zone, and it's back to a 10-point game with just over 11 minutes to go. Things got a little interesting in the fourth when Onekma recovered an onside kick, but a fumble gave the ball right back to the Rockets, and Sundling breaks free for his second touchdown of the day. The Rockets hold off Onekma to win the Division II state title 30-18.
Quickly, we're back here inside the State Champs Sports Network studios for an update in our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football race. Sean Belizean is here. He's going to give you the 4-1-1. What you need to know is you have 1 week to get your vote in and get it in often for your favorite candidate. Wednesday, November 21st at noon is the deadline. When it ends, we choose our final four. Who's leading the vote?
Still time to get in, but right now, Cass Tech representing. You got Jaron Mangum on top. In second, Austin Brown out of Madison Heights, Madison. Third, Deron McKinney out of River Rouge. But get out there and vote for your guy.
And what about the criteria? How are we going to pick our final four?
It's the question that we are asked the most. It's really simple. 30% on performance throughout the season, 20% your level of competition, 20% your online vote, 15% for the big game performance, 10% for team success, and 5% for highly recruited. You put it all together, our panel will discuss it, and it'll be a great competition this year.
We choose three of them. The one who is the online vote winner is automatically in the final four. Do it now, statechampsnetwork.com.
We have another award besides Mr. Football that will soon come to a conclusion. The first ever State Champs Anvil Award winner will be announced in just 1 week. The award goes to the top lineman or linebacker in the state. We'll post our final four on all of our State Champs social media accounts, including our website, statechampsnetwork.com, on Wednesday, November 21st. So stay tuned. The main event is next in Division I, Clarkston versus Saline. Stay right here. Are you stuck in your job? Getting frustrated playing the waiting game for the next opportunity to advance your career? Let Blue Chip Talent help. As an award-winning talent acquisition company, our specialty is matching candidates with careers in IT and engineering. At Blue Chip Talent, we take a laser-focused approach to reaching your career goals. We have access to jobs you won't find anywhere else to help advance your career faster and easier. Plus, we take care of you. Employees receive industry-leading benefits and competitive perks. Don't waste another minute worrying, because we are ridiculously good at advancing careers.
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, but we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Welcome back to State Champs. Hey, we've got one more game remaining, and it comes from Division I. The Saline Hornets advance to the semifinals for the first time since finishing Division I runner-up in 2014 with an exciting overtime win over Rockford. The reigning D1 champs Clarkston locked down their fourth regional title in 6 seasons, eliminating unbeaten Lapeer. Let's check out this week's main event. To Okemos we go. The very first meeting between these two teams, the 2014 Division I finale, in which Clarkston came out on top for its second straight state title. Wolves wasted no time in this one. Opening drive, Jacob Honstetter capping it off with a 27-yard touchdown, Wolves 7-0. Now, after losing the opener to Chip Valley, Saline has run off 11 straight and against some quality opponents. Andrew Arbaugh to MJ Griffin. He'll be a safety at Temple. Here on offense, 37-yard gain. That set up a 35-yard James Turner field goal. Hornets down 4 after the first. Clarkston made it 10 right here. Jake Jensen connecting with Josh Luther, 14-yard touchdown. First time Saline has given up more than one offensive TD since week 4. Wolves went into the half leading 14-3. Wolves had only given up a total of 13 points all playoffs long. Saline going for it on 4th and 1 in the third. Arbaugh to Griffin, but broken up by Connor Donahue. Still 14-3. Hard to believe the Wolves lost 2 of their final 3 regular season games. Playoffs truly the second season. Jensen on the sneak will seal it. Clarkston wins 21-3. Wolves in the state final again for the 4th time this decade. They look to repeat and face Chippewa Valley on Saturday for the Division I championship.
Time now for the Great Clips Clip of the Week. We go back to the D6 semifinal between Jackson Lumen Christi and Montrose. Lumen Christi's Nick Thomas with the halfback option pass to Bobby Willis, and he goes in for the 55-yard touchdown as the Titans go on to the D6 final. The Clip of the Week is presented by Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Congratulations to all of our winners this weekend. We'll see you guys at Ford Field.
That's right, and props to our new volleyball and girls swimming state champs. 2 very special editions of State Champs at the State Championships will premiere on the State Champs Network website, Facebook, and YouTube channel on Wednesday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see you next week.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Planning for your future, because your future begins now. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come visit Telegraph Road's newest Dodge and Ram truck dealer serving Detroit.